doing this.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In my head, I'm like, is he going to continue this when it starts recording? And the answer is yes.
Yep.
How are we, lads? Are you all right?
Hello. We're here.
We're here.
We're back on a Monday night, which is nice,
isn't it? It feels right.
It feels right.
I like this 8:30 time as well. Allows things to get done. You can be more present. Work's done. Al, I was expecting you to look like shit, but you look quite fresh. What's that about?
Well, yeah, I'm glad that we're doing this at 8:30 at night rather than 8:30 in the morning. Yes, I was in Vegas this weekend, as you could have seen by my my video pre-West Brom game. I'm feeling a lot better right now.
I can hear a little bit in the voice. Wiz, can you hear a little bit of...
Yeah, a little bit. And I appreciate you putting together that video. I know, listen, the people at Monday Night Footy Pod, they hunt down the big stories. Promises. I made a promise to our fan base that we'd get an official statement from Vegas. We got it a couple hours later. So do appreciate that. We had to hear from you. Obviously, what are your thoughts on the
kicking it off with the baggies?
Yeah. This is unusual, but I'm happy to share. It was funny because I was away on a company retreat in Vegas just for a couple of nights, and our company, we had to do a layover in LAX before.
Sick.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. So I had Wi-Fi on the plane, and the news came in about the points deduction. My phone was blowing up on the flight, and
who was the meanest? Who was the meanest to you? Was there anyone who really was?
No one really. No, everyone was pretty sympathetic. They know that it's been a tough season, so no one really kicked me while I was down. But you know what? It was a 2-point deduction. It left us just needing a draw from one draw from the last 2 games, or Oxford to drop points. And yeah, we went last home game of the season, drew 0-0 to Ipswich, and we were the better team. And Ipswich are most likely going to go up second, and we dominated the game, and we are staying up. So
hey,
happy days!
Congrats!
Get to play Spurs next year.
Spurs away next year.
Exactly.
Spurs away next year.
Go to the London Stadium. That'd be a good one.
Very smart and tactical point deduction by the powers that be. I think 3 would have been okay, but harsh. But 2 is just that sweet spot where they know they're like, give it to them now. Let's get this off the fucking docket. It's not going to affect them. They're flying. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's been chatter. I was listening to a couple of podcasts on it today. There's been chatter that it did. Ipswich have a right to be annoyed about it because we effectively were safe from that win midweek against Watford, and then that put us back needing a result, whereas we could have been on the beach, and then it affects Ipswich's
That's interesting. That's interesting, isn't it?
There's that take, but
I think that's nonsense. If you're an Ipswich fan, you're having that take.
Why? If you're going against a team that's on the beach, you're fighting for their lives still.
But I just think like every game you should be out there trying to win. I mean, you're supposed to be a top team. You're playing a team that's fighting relegation. It shouldn't even matter, right?
The crazy thing is the thing that we breached this PSR by was the money that we gave to our charity arm of the club, like the community, which is we were voted EFL community club of the year last season, and the money that we spent on the community was the thing that put us so they did this change in laws that it used to be that you could write off the money that you put in the community off the profits and losses. You can write it off, you put money back into the community. Then they changed something that is actually covered in the profit and loss,
beneficial.
So that, and the breach was the smallest breach in the history of Premier League or EFL that anyone's been charged with, less than 2 million, and it was something that we were spending on the community and charities that we were voted EFL Community Club of the Year. It's when you look at it, when you do a bit of a deep dive into it, it's ridiculous. But we just needed a point. We got a point, and job done.
Do you guys think these rules and all these regulations and financial rules and stuff is kind of ruining the game?
It's becoming more about those now. I mean, like, and this is the other thing that's ridiculous. We had a 2-day hearing for our breach, and they hit us with a 2-point deduction. And like, I've never really bought into too much about like the chatter about Man City, but it is when it affects your club and you just like, okay, two days, and then you just get hit with a 2-point deduction. It's like, how has they not been charged with, or like, how has there not been a resolution from those 115 charges? And why is it taken?
And Pep's just going to ride off into the sunset whenever it does come.
And like you can talk about them taking the titles back. The fans still had the day, right? They had the memories, right? Like I'd rather.
Have you seen the Senegal fans that have been hiding the AFCON trophy with
exactly
between like lions and like
no one gives a shit. I can't even remember who Senegal played. Who did they play?
Morocco.
Right. I knew Senegal won, and that's all I know. People don't go, oh, by the way, 7 years ago, we're getting fucking, no one gives a fuck.
But that's the thing. If they retrospectively take off City's titles from, when City pit Liverpool.
How many have they got? How many have they got now, City? Go on.
In the last, 7, 8.
But you don't know. You just know they've won them.
I know they won 6 in the Foden has 6 himself, doesn't he?
Sam, but what's let's say they take them back. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's ridiculous. No. And the question was, what do you think of the financial thing? I think Man City's scenario is in isolation because it's so ridiculous and so money driven and so blah, blah, blah. In general, is it good for people to be accountable for the spending? Yes, because you avoid the lead scenarios and all these things where people are bailing stuff out. So do I think it's helping clubs across the board? I don't know. I don't think it's happened enough. There's still loopholes that people are working out, like Chelsea and shit like that. So I don't know is the answer. I think it's going to need a little bit more time for me to go, all right, cool. But it seems to not be impeding too many clubs coming up too much when they spend in the right way. Like clubs are still coming into the Premier League with money to spend. It seems like Everton and Bournemouth and Brentford, these mid-tier teams seem to be having enough money to buy $27 million strikers, and they're not just living off loans. So in general, it seems okay. Do I think it's going to make it more difficult for people to break into the top 4 and actually have a run at the league? Yeah, but yeah, the City thing by itself is
in one way it's leveled the playing field, but in another way it hasn't, because now there's a ceiling, Newcastle, for example.
That's the one example.
Yeah,
I look at even like an Aston Villa this season. They just ran out of steam. They just didn't have enough players. They had to sell one of their strikers mid-season. It just seems like you get to a certain point. You're right. There is that ceiling. There is that cap that only a certain type of team, a Liverpool, a Man United, a Man City, a Chelsea are going to get to.
Yeah.
Because their revenue is so much higher.
Yeah. They can they're the only teams that can afford these, high profile players. And there's just salary portion to it where some of these guys, they get to a point in their career where they're like, I need to be making more money. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is at a club like a Liverpool or at a Man City or a Man United. You even see it Elliot Anderson have a great year at Forest. They love him there, but he's going to be gone after this season. You see all these players just moving.
That would always happen, though. I think what it's stopping is Newcastle and the likes of Newcastle who go, right, we're okay. And all of a sudden, this big backer comes in and goes, here's all the money in the world. It didn't look good at times.
Well, you're never going to get another Chelsea, another Man City
Aston Villa had it for a while.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned about the Saudi ownership too, and how much they're actually putting into this, because they just took out all of their funding on Live Golf. They just cut the plug. There is basically, they just canceled the Louisiana Live Golf event because PIF is not funding Live Tour anymore. So what happens the one day they're just going to come in and be like, yeah, we're done with this project.
That's failed, right? That Live Golf, that's failed.
Yeah. But that's probably where these rules then help you, that you haven't then become reliant on this just someone's money that can just go away. Same that happened when the Chinese league just exploded, then died, So I think something like that does protect a club like Newcastle, that then doesn't become this now we're paying 10 players like £1 million a week, and then it just all the money goes away, and then you're absolutely fucked, you know. So
I think that's the safety net, isn't it? That's the safety net, that you're living within your means. But how do you get to a position where you get an Elliot Anderson who comes through at Newcastle? You see a great prospect. Oh, cool. Right, we've got centre midfielders, but this guy's great. He could be a game changer, but we fucking really need a right winger right now. We've got to sell this prospect, hope that this, like, that's the bit where I haven't seen enough evidence of it allowing people to break into the top four. At the minute, it just kind of stabilizes everyone where they are. Like, everyone is as is. And I think that's why the centre of the Prem is so competitive, because everyone's just there, right? Like, cool. Everton get an injury. Fuck, we haven't got another backup.
Just beating the shit out of each other every week.
Yeah, because everyone's just in the mix. And it's a more competitive league. It's a safer league, like Al said. It's a really good point that you protected from a big financier pulling out. But who breaks in? How do you fuck up that top four?
The one thing I'd love to see slightly change about PSR and the profit is like every club is essentially rewarded to sell their own like youth products, which back in the day that's who the fans love the most. That's who the fans give the most like bandwidth to, like, you know. So like, for example, like Newcastle selling Eddie Anderson just because he was pure profit. Like Chelsea did it with Conor Gallagher, Man City did it with Cole Palmer, and you know, so they're all pure profit. Even Man United did it with McTominay. Like, so I'd love to see a tweak in that.
Absolutely killing it in Serie A.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he scores every game. He's just.
And
he's unbelievable. Like, he really is.
Yeah, the fans loved him, and now it's like, you know, it's. But I'd love to see a slight change that you're not rewarded for selling your own players, because I think.
Go on.
Because I think that has taken something away from the game. Like, you know, you don't get a Steven Gerrard anymore, or like Giggs, or, you know, like these players now, like the clubs, and it's not because the manager is such a turnover. The clubs now are like looking to profit on these, and they know that they're going to be able to then, get more bandwidth from the PSR, because they're getting pure profit on these academy players.
I think that's a nice idea in isolation. But what was happening pre this? Did Everton keep hold of Rooney? Did Everton keep hold of Rodwell or Barkley?
That's a bad example, because everyone wants to leave Everton. But
you're being mean to and defensive. That's all right. But the smaller clubs are still getting raided. But I think it's more. I think that's, if you took that away, for example, then you're probably handicapping the smaller clubs more. But would I like to see it? Of course, I'd love to see it where you've got to have an element of homegrown talent that's come through, not just on the bench, but like, you know, like players from the area or players from the country you're in. I think that'd be cool. Or you can't just shift them. But yeah, like Newcastle knew Elliot Anderson was in and out the first team for Newcastle when he was getting sold. It wasn't like some kid off the bench.
I know, but he was still young, and I think they saw like they wouldn't have sold him if there wasn't PSR.
Right.
True. But he wasn't, I think, and I might be wrong, was he, at the time you had that position was kind of stacked, right? And so you that wasn't the need. So if you didn't have him, you couldn't grow. So I love Al's point. It's very romantic in a way that I'd love all teams to keep their homegrown talent and keep the local lads. I do think that would be better for the game long term. But currently, it's a vehicle for teams to be competitive in this current system. And it was happening regardless, just with less benefits. You were still getting raided. Like all those players through the West Brom Academy, what's his name and who's his face? You know, what were those big names, Al?
Was it Morgan Rogers one? No, he was. Oh, he was.
No, he was. Yeah.
He went through the West Brom Academy.
Yeah.
Or was he there on trial for a weekend?
No, we sold him to Man City.
At what age? At what age?
He played a first team game for us.
We got him when he was 12.
So no,
Morgan Rogers is a baggie.
Hit it here first, folks. But no, I think there's something to having the consequences. It makes the league more secure, but it does need to be constantly reviewed as a work in progress.
I just don't like, take Newcastle and Villa, for example. Like the fact that Newcastle sold Elliot Anderson, who we're talking about, and then bought Jacob Ramsey for almost the exact same price, but like were rewarded for and getting rid of their own player, as were Villa. It just didn't
like
really,
the Everton one. What was his name? Dibbins or not Dibbins? I'm saying it wrong. Dobbins. He ended up at you. We swapped him for Ibrahim, and it was just a straight swap. It was complete blatant in daylight.
It wasn't
abuse.
a swap. It was for money. Yeah.
What was 11 million? 11 million. It was
Exactly.
the fee was it was just homegrown talent, same price.
But you can bank that you just put 11 million profit into your
complete daylight robbery of the system or abuse of the system. But yeah, this kinks to work it out. I think there was accountability needed. The team that's been fucked by it the most is 100% Newcastle. It has to be, right? Is there anyone else who's been hit more by this? Because you've got the purse strings. Yeah. You've got it there. You can't use it. So where would you be now with that momentum you were building? Like Trippier was your first big signing when you got the money, wasn't he?
Him and Bruno were like the first two.
And that was it. And then Pope, and then it came in just after that. I was like, fuck. Mm-hmm. So, it's good thing to have, but always needs to be reviewed. And I do think it's something they're going to tweak over the years. And I'm glad, Alexander, that your team did not get overly punished. We're really happy to have you in the Championship, and everyone's great. Moving swiftly to the real league with the real teams and the real players.
Do it.
Who kicked us off? Did we do? There was the Tuesday games, wasn't there? No, it was the Tuesday ones. It was Brighton Chelsea. Did we discuss that? We just discussed this last week.
We discussed that one because we met on Wednesday. So we discussed Brighton Chelsea, and then we discussed Burnley Man City.
Yeah, cool. So you're right, Al Forest.
What a win!
We all had that one, right?
Yes, we all backed Forest, I think.
Did we have
Forest just looked? That was just such a dominant performance. Of course, Chris Wood scores this game when I'm not backing him. But they absolutely dominated this game. I mean, they were just on top. I mean, they weren't. I mean, Sunderland were just. They looked like they could have put up like 8 or 9 on them. It was a really ugly performance from Sunderland. And Elliot Anderson, I know recently guy lost his mom. It was great to see him score. Also, he's a Geordie. The fist pump had a little bit of extra juice on it.
Extra seasoning.
Right to the Sunderland fans, just right in their faces. The ones that were still left at the stadium in light. But, yeah, I mean, just an awesome performance. Morgan Gibbs-White is on fire right now. And
it really is.
Yeah. It's going to be really – if Tottenham does go down, that's going to kill them because he's probably the main reason Forest is staying up. Like his goals, his performances in these games, he has been unreal.
What do you reckon that is then? What do you reckon? Because he's been a C- all season. Like, is he? Like, that game under Dyche, the complaint was they've got no goal threat because Chris Wood is out, and they've been banging them in under this new lad. Chris Wood comes back. It's hilarious to me that he's so impactful these days. But to your point, Gibbs-White has been absolutely electric the last 4 to 6 weeks. What's changed? Is he playing in more up top? Is he giving more freedom? What do you reckon it is?
Yeah, he is playing a little bit more up front. I just think that, I mean, he just has a little bit of a confidence. Like, you know what it is. You score one, you get on a bit of a roll. And I just think that the beginning of the year, he went through that weird – remember, obviously, everyone announced he was going to Spurs, all that shit. And then you basically do this – hostage video with the owner, where it's basically like probably had a gun being held to it behind the camera. And it's like, yes, I love here. I love being here. So I think that probably messes with a young player's head. You got to remember too, he's also he got left out of the last Tuchel squad for England. So I think you see the same reaction, Ollie Watkins. And I think that's probably what Tuchel probably wanted to see. He wanted to get a reaction, but Morgan Gibbs-White needs to be on that flight to America. He's got to be on the team. He's not going to be a starter, but he is a good player. Like, he's a player that you want on your team. And I'm telling you, man.
Okay, so Phil Foden.
Phil Foden should not be there.
Okay, so Phil Foden's not going and Gibbs-White is.
If you look at current form right now, I mean, Phil Foden's not even playing.
That position is between is our wingers and our 10 role are stacked.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I think Gibbs-White's playing fantastically. I don't think he's going still. But
if he'd done this all year, like Morgan Rogers has been more consistent, I think there's a great shout for that. But this dude's been average. And The reason why I say what you reckon it is because I did notice he seems a bit more like he's pressing the defenders more. He's pressing from the top. So I think he is given the license to go where he was playing a little bit deeper under Dyche, and so does everyone in the past. But this coach seems to be a good morale dude, doesn't he? Like even at Wolves last year, the community got behind him because he was a people person and got involved. Like I don't know much about him, but I'd be interested to see if that's a part of it. Is he just giving them good vibes and confidence, like you say, and getting a bit more harmony in the dressing room? Because that club, but 2 occasions while they've been in the Premier League, they've filled that squad with strangers. Got rid of key players like Alanga and stuff like that. And you could tell last year, one of the reasons they were doing so well is because morale was high. It was a good team, cohesive team. And Nuno was a good manager. That's not for debate. And then this guy seems to have come in and changed the feel of the place, you know? And I think Gibbs White could be benefiting from that as well.
13 goals for Gibbs White this season in the Prem.
That's impressive. Well, when did he get them, though? He must have got most of them in the last couple of games.
He's probably had 5 in the last couple of games. But still, I mean, that's 13 goals for a non-striker. It's pretty impressive. Listen, we'll see what ends up happening. I think there's also, you got to watch out for injuries, too. You never know who's going to be fully available. You know, U.S., we just lost one of our strikers. So,
what was his name?
Don't even. It's like Patrick Aubameyang or
Yeah, big name. What are you gonna say, Al?
No, I'm saying that they just hit form at the exact right time. They've just scored 9 goals in the last 2 games, and you know,
Jesus Christ.
Like you know, I think they're 1 win off being completely safe now.
I think they're safe. No.
I don't even feel safe. Newcastle. I really don't. I literally was doing some math earlier, and I'm like, okay, so
what's the math whiz?
I mean, we've lost our last 4. What if we lose our next 4?
So
we lose our next 4 and Spurs win 1 game. I think we're in relegated. I think we're relegated.
The only reason I say that, like, you can't say that Forest are safe right now.
They'd have to win more than 1 game. I'm joking.
Yeah, and also, like, Forest, West Ham, and Spurs all won. So, like, nothing changed. So, if you say Forest had won, you know, so you can't just all of a sudden be like, it's the same gap. Do I think, like, Forest's form is much better than the other 2? So, I think they're going to be fine, especially.
Yeah. I mean, we've got Brighton, Forest, West Ham, and Fulham. So
I don't love that.
No, two teams that are fighting relegation. I mean, you hope like a Forest gets another win, you know, or I don't even know.
Oh my God, you're 3 points ahead of Forest.
Yeah, like we're not that far off, man. It's freaking scary times right now.
I mean, you'd be fine, but
like we just got to get one result. That's it, just one.
You've got you've
a shit show right now.
1 win out of your last 5. Forest are undefeated in the last 5, 3 wins, 2 draws.
Yeah.
West Ham, 1 loss in the last 5. Tottenham.
Yeah, like we're just not putting any points up. We're just
other than Chelsea. It's Chelsea, then you.
Bad vibes. Just awful. And listen, we can talk about that game. We can jump to it. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw. Did any of you guys watch the Arsenal Newcastle game?
Yeah.
So Arsenal starts out the game, and they're just trying to get as many corners as possible because they're doing this thing where their first 2 corners they went short. You know, a little pass. They would bring about 3 or 4 guys up short, and they would just pass it short. And the fans start booing them because they're like, "Hey, they're used to them just smashing it into Gabriel and him getting a header, or one of those guys, one of the defenders in there getting a header." So they kept doing it, and then you know I actually saw Jamie Carragher breaking it down. He showed Guimaraes and Willock. They were going to the bench like, "What do we do if they do like?" We didn't practice for this. Like, we don't know what we're doing. And then you literally see the 3rd time they go and do it, they bring the 4 guys, and that's when Eze just blasts no one's covering Eze. He just blasts one right past Pope. That's the only goal they get in the game is from that set piece. And you could just tell they had worked on this. They saw a flaw, but Eddie Howe's just sitting there, not making any. Everyone's just looking for answers. Is that, I guess, for you guys, is that on the players? Or is that on management and like your set piece coach to get you a line? Because like they look like they had no clue what was going on out there.
It's 9 minutes into the game where they conceded. So like
3rd corner.
Yeah, so like I think that would be a quick turnaround for the management team to be like, all right, cool, we've noticed they're doing something completely different, go to plan C or whatever. The marking thing, I've spoke about a few times on this. I don't know what it is where there's smaller players marking bigger players, or if you've got a lad of Eze's caliber at the edge of the box, regardless of like how they're taking the corner or the system or if it's different, you stay on him. You stay on him. He's a very good goal scorer who's got a shot that can be lethal from a fair way out. So I would lean towards the players on this because you left a really talented player space to get a clean shot, and he had substantial amount of space.
Oh, like, watch the replay. Like we had no clue what we were doing. Yeah. There was multiple guys open. The guy who had the pass to him could have shot as well, but they clearly saw a flaw. And they knew, they came out of the game that literally every single play was just trying to get a corner. They knew right away. They went to the same corner every single time. And the fans, you could tell, were getting on the Arsenal players. And then after they scored, you saw Odegaard. He literally goes to the fans. He just goes, calm down. Like, we know what we're doing.
We got this.
We were doing this on purpose. We were setting them up. And it's just like, we just can't make those adjustments. And then, we had a couple chances in the game. You bring on Voltemata and Vissa. Voltemata puts a beautiful ball, grade A chance. Vissa puts it 10 feet above the bar. And it's just like, that's just the microcosm of the whole season. That's the player he's been all year. Just, he's gotten some opportunities. You put him out there. You're supposed to be this veteran who's banged in goals in the Premier League. You've proven it. And now it's just like the articles are already all out today that he's being sold, and it's going to be sold in pennies on the dollar. We signed him for $55 million. I think Brentford gets 25% of whatever we sell for. So just bad business overall. And who do you put that on? I mean, we didn't have a sporting director this summer. Howe's the one who signs them, and then they've got no idea how to use these guys. It's like I said to you guys when the lineup came out. It's like, ooh, Osula, Willock, Murphy. That's goals right there. That's that. You hear those three, and you're like, whew. Against Arsenal? I think the last time we played Arsenal, it was Isak, Gordon, and probably Murphy. When we smoked them on the way to winning the EFL Cup last year. Like, you look at that, and it's like, fuck, man. This team is just – and then they're playing Dan Burn at left back over Lewis Hall. That's an interesting choice against Arsenal. I
think he was a height play. I saw that as well. And
mobile.
Yeah. But
it's just real smart, though, with a guy like Madueke who literally went at Burn the first 3 times and got corners every single time. So
exactly.
And, it's also nice? It's like the fucking lineup was released and sent out the day before. So they probably saw that and they go, ooh, Dan Burn at left back. That's interesting. Tasty. Why don't we test out that new set piece we've been working on? Because that's all we do is work on set pieces at Arsenal. It's like, and it's just so frustrating because like that was also another game where we could have stole a point, could have gotten a great point, could have ruined Arsenal's season. Like that would have loved that. That would have been
good for morale as well.
Oh, that would have been great for the program. Like that would have been great for the program. But it's just,
there's something going on. He's gone. Howe's gone.
I think he's gone too.
Yeah, he's gone. I it's still baffling to me. There's something happened that we're not going to know for a while. But right, Al, there's no way he's staying now.
I would be really surprised if, I don't think from where Newcastle have got to now, like losing 4 in a row at this stage of the season, just like it's you don't leave yourself much time to improve it to finish the season on a high, and I know a lot of fans must be so frustrated with it.
It wasn't going much better before that.
Yeah, but like the high of last season, and winning a cup, and Champions League
qualifying for Champions League.
Yeah, it's just like, and then this has just been such a disaster, really, like from start to finish, like with everything from like how Isak left to like the guys you replaced that were brought in. Yeah, it's just everything feels stale there. That just needs a
I think you got to bring in a fresh voice. I think sometimes too. He's been there. I mean, he's probably one of the more, other than Pep, he's probably one of the most tenured managers in the league. Like, how long is he there now? I think he's been there for like want to say he's been there since like 2017. No, that could
No.
be. No, sorry, my apologies.
Newcastle.
My apologies. He's been there since 2021.
Okay, that's still a good.
So you get like a 5-year, like your project should be.
Yeah.
So I think like
it shouldn't be dropping off a cliff at
no
5 years. Like,
and you can't keep blaming the ESAC thing because, like, listen, I understand that fucked things up, but like, you got to be able to adapt. You got to be able to do something.
This team's good enough on paper. So when it's on paper good enough and not on the field, something's happened. Like I don't necessarily think it'll come out, like I said, in a few autobiographies in a few years, but like something's happened and you must have lost the dressing room. And you look at that group of players and it's so patchy, isn't it? Like even when they're all fit, you're like, where's the team there? Like where's the cohesiveness? And all right, cool. Joe Linson's not doing it anymore. He's, it's all on Bruno. The back four is so injury prone and just, but then on paper, the names that are there look good. And then the keeper situation, like there's no way where you can look and go, that's solid. Like that position for Newcastle is solid. It's Bruno and that's it. He's the only one you can set your watch by. Everyone else is just
I'm hoping. I was reading some stuff that maybe James Trafford may be back in play now. He fired his agent, the one who got him back to Man City, and obviously he wants to be a starter. So I think that'd be a perfect pairing.
Yeah, that'd be a good signing for you.
Like it should have been this year.
Exactly. But I mean, I think they should be breaking their neck to get Areola in.
What are your guys' thoughts about Arsenal? I know we ranted about Newcastle there for a while, but obviously solid win for them. I mean, they did what they needed to. They got the 3 points.
Steadied the ship.
Steadied the ship.
Yeah.
I think they looked less unsettled in the games I've seen them previously. Like from the keeper to everything. Like we said, like the worst has happened. Your nightmares existing. You live in it. Just crack on.
It does help. They're playing a very out of form. They were playing a very out of form Newcastle. I mean, it was and then they got Fulham next.
Yeah. But listen, on any day, I think we could always beat anyone. That's like the crazy thing about the Prem. It's you look at before these 4 losses, we beat Chelsea at Chelsea and Man U with freaking 10 men. Like, so they've got the ability to beat these teams, but it's just like, I don't know. It's one of those seasons now where I just want it to be over. Like it's just it's a chore to watching them now. But I think Arsenal, I mean, listen, that's a great win for them. Honestly, I don't know, man. I just see City taking this. I think Arsenal's going to go through a lot against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. And I think that's going to take a lot out of them. And I think you look at the team that they're battling against, Man City. Yeah, I think they're still in the FA Cup, but other than that, they are no more European football. So they are going to be fresh and they are rolling right now.
Yeah. Arsenal have got Atleti on Wednesday.
Right? Or Wednesday.
No, Wednesday. And then they play Fulham, and then they got Athletics again, and then they play West Ham away. And West Ham, that's they're fighting for their lives. So
it's going to be interesting because
I'd be surprised if Arsenal win both the games either side of their Champions League setting. But,
oh, really?
I mean,
Atletico Madrid's been good this year. They've got some good players, man. And Atletico Madrid, that's the thing about Spain is like the top 4 has been locked up for like probably a few weeks now. So these guys, I mean, Atletico Madrid, Simeone doesn't even play his top guys in the league games anymore. All he wants to do is win the Champions League. He's gotten so close. That's all. He's won the league already there a few times. Like he wants a Champions League, and he's gonna make it ugly. That's the way they do it. And that versus Arsenal, I mean, that's gonna be some ugly.
We
ball.
Also saw in like the FA Cup when they lost to Southampton, Arsenal don't have the depth to be able to just do what City do and just say, okay, we're gonna beat this team with our reserves. So something I think will slip. But
the
4 games in a week, just over.
There was a video that came out about Carragher from May 2025. Do you see that?
Yes, I think it was Sky Sports does like that scenes show where they think they, it's I think it's like a couple fans that like it just shows them like before the game and obviously their reactions during the game. But I know they always interview like Carragher before, and he said he basically called exactly what was going to happen, like to a T with Arsenal.
Do you see this, Al?
No.
The clip is like where it says two fans and they're like Arsenal next year, and he goes, yeah, the striker, sure, the striker, but it's not just that. He said, I'm telling you right now, whoever they get in, whoever he is, by the time it gets to this part of the season, he'll have been benched and Havertz to be starting, because Havertz is so crucial to how Arteta plays. And it's like, fucking
well, who just got injured again?
Havertz, yeah.
Havertz is out. So, like, that's a big loss for them. I know Eze went down. They said he's going to be fine, but Havertz is going to be out for a while.
Saka's
back. A big loss. Yeah, that's big getting Saka back, but
he's got to start, he's got to start doing it again week in, week out.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been great either, so.
No. But no, we'll see how it goes with those little scamps. I had the fortune, Big Phil Clay told me he was in town. And he said, come watch the Liverpool game. It's on the same time as Everton, and it's on the same time as Tottenham Wolves. So I'm sitting there. Phil is a Liverpool fan, that screen. I'm with Lou, the Greek, shout out the Greek, Turkish Lou. And I'm watching Everton West Ham here. And the back room of Mulligans was all Tottenham. And it was one of those times in Mullies where you're like, it was just like a tennis match, because you're watching all these things going on. And it was like, oh my God. And the whole bar, the entirety of the bar, didn't give a flying fuck about their own games. They just wanted Tottenham to lose. No man outside that back room. They would have bought tabs. They would have ate the food. All those things, all the risks they would have taken just to make sure Tottenham lost. And I knew, because there was a delay on the Everton telly, I knew Everton scored before Tottenham scored. Sorry, I knew Everton scored before it came up on our TV, because it must have come up across the Tottenham TV on the back rooms, because they started cheering. I'm like, what's happened here? And I went, we scored. And they were going mental. So I'm sitting next to Lucas, and when West Ham scored, obviously I'm not delighted, but there was a part of me that was like, shut the fuck up. Like, just stay in there. If I'm going to lose, at least it affects you pricks. Like, stay in there, you absolute mings. But no, it was cool. It was cool atmosphere to see. And all those games were cooking. Like Liverpool, when they were 2-1, that wasn't.
No, that got a little risky.
Yeah, opinion on the goal, Crystal Palace's goal?
It's kind of Bush League, but listen, it wasn't a head injury. Like,
what you do then? What you do? If you're in that scenario, like,
did Woodwin keep playing? He didn't come out.
Yes, he did.
So
he finished the entire game.
So
I agree with you. If he was like, stretch it off, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, no.
Alisson was going mental on the bench, wasn't he? Obviously he was injured, but like he was going pretty ballistic.
That's the referee. That's not like
guy.
You play to the whistle, and the referee's responsibility was, if he thought the player was, in danger or needed instant attention, it's on the ref to call. You as a player don't make that call ever. Now, if he just passed it to someone else to put in who's close to the box, it would be less of a drama. But because he saw him from outside and he just went, do you see the ball getting thrown at him?
Yeah.
He was trying to do a throw-in and someone chucked him. So, yeah, that was the thing. But that game was cooking. The Everton game, they scored in the 82nd minute, Callum Wilson, and then Tottenham was Tottenham. Sliding into the Everton. Go on.
Do you see, quickly on Tottenham, Xavi Simons out for the rest of the season and the World Cup?
Yeah,
ACL, right?
Absolutely heartbreaking for these lads. Yeah. You must be, as a player, you must be shitting yourself now. If you're going to play, that must come into your psyche. I don't give a fuck who you are.
100%.
You know who shut themselves down? Mbappe and Yamal. They shut themselves. Both. Lamal's got a hamstring, and then what's his name? Mbappe's going to get a second because Real Madrid's got nothing to play for now. They're not going to win the league. They're not going to win. They're out of the Champions League. They've done all their cups. So Mbappe's just taking a nice little early vacation.
Did you see who else shut himself down at the weekend?
Who?
Jack Grealish.
Oh yeah, Jack Grealish looked like me that was me all day yesterday in my apartment. Just
Jack, come on, like that's on it. That's on his boys.
I hear he was only there for an hour and then he was asleep. So.
Yeah, so obviously he's been somewhere there before, hasn't he? That wasn't his first fucking stop. He's at that stage, 8A, not to put your dirty laundry out there, but you adore a drunken nap while out and about. The hours of
He
my
does.
life.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
It's a power down. It's
It's
just
a
a little. It's a power down to reboot.
You rally. You do reboot. Lord knows you do. The amount of
I kind
times
of
I've
wish
tried to
bars
stop.
had like a nap room.
Yeah, they should. I like those little
What, hey,
sensory
what
pods
would
they have
that
now.
look like?
You know what it would look like? Just like you open up the door and there's like a desk in there, and you just put your head down. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know why it's so frowned
here he
upon in
is
bars.
in the back.
and it's like there's like a 20-minute timer on it. So like you go in, it's like a tanning bed. You go in, the timer starts. You just take a quick little cat nap and then out.
Given a Gatorade, and then there's a Celsius waiting for you on return.
You got some like serious air conditioning going on in there, maybe some white noise, just a quick 20-30 minutes, you're out, in and out. No one saw you.
And if you need to sleep past that, you've got to leave.
Yeah, that's when you got to go home.
Yeah. I like that. I think it's a smart move. But no, sorry, I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
No, I was talking about Simmons. But one thing I did see this week was about the Everton ownership with Roma. They were talking about is it going to happen again, like with Crystal Palace? If Roma and Everton both qualify for Europa or Europa Conference?
I don't think we're going to qualify for anything. I think we're polite. I think we're politely allowing Roma to continue this season with the understanding that we'll have next season.
Okay,
it's just a gentleman's play.
Chivalrous of you.
Yeah, well, it's just who we are with the People's Club.
Well, we need you guys to beat Spurs final week of the year. That's what we need.
So that is the only game that matters to us right now. We're safe. We're not going to get into Europe. That's fine. I would have liked to have gotten to Europe for the crack, but I do think there's something to teams being prepared for Europe.
You're only 2 points out of a European spot right now. You know that, right?
If we got Europe next year, we haven't got the squad for Europe.
So you almost don't want
it. If we went into it in the right way, right? If we went into it and we're like, all right, cool, and we give them the funds to invest, but Europe makes me nervous a little bit because we're not strong enough to compete in the Prem. Like look at Newcastle and Forest fall from grace. Well, no, you can spread yourself too thin. It's a small squad. So Newcastle bought on those players, fuck the chemistry, because they were trying to compete for Europe, and then Forest have ended up where they are. So I do think you've got to be a bit more robust than that. And just getting to Europe for Europe's sake, I'd rather build something.
Moisey loves a European jaunt now.
Listen, the lad's got a passport and he wants to flash it, So would it make me upset to get into Europe? No. Would it make me nervous? Yes. It makes me nervous.
It's fun playing different teams too. Like
the conference is easy. I mean, come on.
It's fun staying in the Premier League. It's fun staying in the Premier League.
You'll be fine.
Like we got to play Barcelona 3 times this season.
West Ham won it.
Yeah, right. West Ham about to get relegated, and Newcastle are circling the fucking drain.
Yeah, we are.
You're backing up over here. You're backing up my point. Yeah. But no, at the weekend we look like we've run out of steam. It's a strange scenario where you're so devastated when Beto can't play. It shows you the caliber.
It showed in this game too.
He is dog shit.
Yeah.
That's it now. That's it. I don't give a shit how young he is. He is shit.
Seen enough.
He takes too much time reacting. When the ball doesn't come his way, he looks up at the sky, says 9 words, and like, the game's going on, dickhead. Get back or chase him down. Or so. He's just not the fit. So, young man, wish him all the best. Thank you, same. Let's get 18 to 21 million for him, lick our wounds, and go again. But without Beto, we look toothless up front. And so you're 100% dependent on the... He's not even good in the air. He's not good in the air. So, anyway, yeah. So that was... there was a general feeling I felt from how, I text my family and text my mates and all that shit when Everton play. That's...
You know who you should get back?
You're laughing, so it sounds like you're going to be mean. Go on.
No, this is... I was just thinking, get back your favourite of mine, Big Rom.
How old is Romelu Lukaku now?
You know what?
I mean, come on, he would not be worse than what you've got.
You know what, too? He's fallen out with Conte and Napoli. Like, they don't even talk. Like, he won't even acknowledge him. So, like, they're definitely going to try and get rid of him.
How old is he?
He is...
I mean, he won the league with Napoli last year as, like, their main striker.
You Googled it at 32. You Googled it. You're looking at his age right now.
I did. Google it,
mine was a test. Yeah, he's 32.
Oh. Yes, they do.
1993.
Yeah, but he's a young 32. You know.
I
don't think he's played. I don't think he's played a game this season. So
tell me that wouldn't be a good sign.
He's played 7 matches this season, so he's fresh.
I'd take him.
He's only
14 goals last year.
I'd take Callum Wilson right now.
Ooh.
When he came off the bench, I was like,
he just knew he was going to score against the Ev too. Doesn't he have like 9 goals against you guys or something like that?
Yeah, he's one of those pricks that is just so. So
great header by Bowen to him on his goal.
True, but there's an element as a defender, you're looking at it and you're like, there's a lot of ball watching. If you watch that clip back, everyone's just going like it's Callum Wilson. He's pretty good at putting the ball on the back of the net, even at his age now. So
he could be a tapping merchant when you need him to.
He had so much space.
There was nobody near him.
There was no one near him, and he was like past the penalty spot. Yeah. So yeah, that was us. The Liverpool game, like I said, that was only a bit of controversy.
Nice goal for Andy Robertson. I think one of his last games, most likely.
I thought that was cool.
That was a big moment for him. Is that Salah's last moment for Liverpool, going down with an injury?
Looks like, doesn't it? The way he went off the pitch.
His reaction, and obviously a guy his age isn't going to come back as quickly as a 21-year-old.
Yeah, I think that might be a frame, but it's good to see. Like Robinson has been a servant, and he's been like that lad's been there throughout everything. Before I go off my team, the fucking handball.
Oh, I think it should have been a handball. Because
more tell me why it isn't.
Because he came around and he kind of like punched it. Like
why isn't it a handball? That's what I want to know. Like
I think it is a handball, 100%.
Tay Mafropanos against Barry.
I mean it's 50-50, but
why is it 50-50?
I think it was a very unnatural movement to like punch the ball. What?
He goes, it's 50-50. It's like, why is it 50-50? And he goes, I didn't see it. So Matthew Panos is behind Barry on the Barry chest sit. Matthew Panos puts his hand between Barry's arms and punches it out of control.
Handball.
No, he doesn't. He just.
Now it's 75-25.
I didn't see it.
You sold him on that demonstration.
Well played. Yeah. Cool. So we had them. We had Palace, Tottenham. We've touched upon. They beat Wolves and they acted like they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
They beat Wolves.
I mean, that's basically how they felt. I saw Deserbi was celebrating like Mourinho out there.
Charleston's a rat, man. If he plays for your team, you love him. If he's playing against you, you hate him. But my God, that man is unlikable, isn't he?
He loves to give it. But it was cool. It was fun to see Pauline. I do like Pauline, jumping in the crowd again, and that was.
But it goes against our whole agenda. Tottenham needs to go down.
Yeah,
people are writing songs. Like people are excited for this. Like canceling Christmas.
I think it was Coventry versus Wrexham, and I think like the Coventry fans were saying like Arsenal away. Yeah, like I think I don't know what the song was, but like they were screaming that they'll have Arsenal away and you'll have Spurs away next season.
Yeah, there was digs getting flown. There's digs getting thrown.
One thing I do want to say about the songs and stuff, and listen, I'm not taking a shot, but as I watch more and more of these games, it kind of just seems like it's just do teams just steal songs from other teams? Because I feel like I hear the same exact song just with different. They just change out a guy's name. They change out a word like. Yeah, be a little bit more original, right?
Well,
like someone's name, ole, like it's just.
So you're claiming "Let's Go Giants" is original?
Defense.
Any sport, any fucking team, and
D in the fence, one of the D.
Defense. A high school lacrosse game, defense. Yes, some of them are recycled for sure, and then that's why some of the more, I don't know, authentic ones are really cool. But yeah, there's some repetition. Like "You'll Never Walk Alone" is Celtic song as well. So I feel like those ones that are like romantically tied to a club when they're repeated, that's a little bit like Fucking hell,
Didn't like Rangers have a song and then like their song when they won games and then Celtics stole from them? Like,
I think once you go down the Celtic Rangers,
that's true.
That's one to get cancelled or battered. So
I don't want to get
no either. Zero beef.
Zero beef. We're
beefless.
We love everyone in Scotland.
Fulham beat Villa. That was
a biggie. I was just looking then to see how it affects the standings. Villa are still tied to Liverpool, 58. Liverpool sneaking into fourth. Like, if they finish fourth after that season, fucking hell, you can't sack that fella after that because they've played shit. No. They've played absolutely awful. But I kind of predicted, unfortunately, back in the day that I thought Villa might slip. I did not expect Chelsea to slip. Like,
I think slip is an understatement.
They're
eighth.
The wrong time.
They're eighth on 48. So we've lost our last two and we're fucking a point behind Chelsea if we'd have won or got 2 points. But Brighton are on flying. Bournemouth are doing well. Fulham isn't a bad team to get beat by, but Villa, that would be sad for them to miss out on Champions League now because they've been there all year. They were second for fucking God knows how long,
Big game on Thursday, Villa playing Forest in the semi-final of the Europa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's another team too. Brentford. They look good today. They look good today against Man United. Like they actually probably should have won that game.
Thiago missed chances he never misses.
Oh my gosh, did he? That one where like he didn't even like Luke Shaw didn't even touch it and just
he fell on the floor. Yeah.
There was a couple chances in that game, and it was interesting because I was watching it after, and they said Michael Carrick actually went back to after they got their first goal. I think they went back to Amarin's system. Like,
fuck off.
He went to 5 at the back, and like, and they were just like Man United's entire offense today was just counterattacks. It was crazy. Like Brentford had most of the possession, they had most of the chances, but they just didn't bury him. But Brentford's a good team, man.
Yeah, they had that. They had Thiago on the shoulder of that Heaven, the young Man United lad who doesn't look good, and you could tell exactly what they were doing. Who's the really receding lad they've got in midfield with the massive forehead?
Damsgaard.
Yeah, so the
Croatian. He's got a forehead on him, bro.
That's a 9 head. They kept passing the ball to him in space, and then the wingers would pull out. And every time he looked up, it happened like 3 times in a row in the first half. Thiago was isolated with Heaven, and Harry Maguire be pulled out position, and that Damsgaard just chip it over. And Thiago, it finished 2-1. It could have been 4-1 to Brentford. He missed clear chances that he's put away. Well, more difficult opportunities throughout this season, but yeah, they look good. I think they'll stick at the top, but it's getting spicy now, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Yeah, it is. And then Sesko got his 10th goal in the Prem this year. I think we gave him a hard time, and he's still very raw, but
yeah, he is. He's young, man.
He's starting to get some confidence, and you can see obviously the athleticism there. I think if I think Man United probably needs to bring in another. If they really want to like be a team in Europe, is that a Harry Kane destination?
You just took the words out of my mouth. I think Harry Kane ends up at Man United next year
because that is the chatter going on right now. Is like, okay, if he wins, he's already won the league in the Bundesliga twice. They've got an awesome. I mean, that matchup against PSG is going to be amazing. Right. I don't know you guys, but that game is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
If they win that, they're definitely favored over Atletico or Arsenal. So if he goes there, wins a Champions League, the next thing he wants to come and win a Prem, and he also probably wants to go after Shearer's goal.
But then do you go from Bayern Munich winning the league and Champions League and then go to Man United?
Yeah, you do, because he's at a certain age now where he's like, what was your legacy? I won the league in fucking Germany 3 times. Cool. I think he's got to come back. I think he's got to go for this year record. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to win the Champions League against Arsenal, and I do think he's going to have a Man United number 9 on his back shirt next year.
There was talk of him getting a new deal at Bayern.
Of course, they want to.
If you think about it, you bring him in, and listen, he's going to be a little bit older, especially after that. The World Cup, he's going to be.
He's not a pace guy.
No,
He's not a speedster, so he doesn't. Those lads like Berbatov, they can play for a little bit longer. And in if you're surrounded by youth and pace, which Man United have.
Not to mention, I've seen a couple games where he'll hang out in the midfield and just ping balls all over the place.
Quarterback role, take it off the centre half and pick it up. He's his style will suit
his IQ of the game too. You match that up with Bruno and
forget about it.
That will be, and then you got Ahmad, you got Mbuemo, you got Cunha, you got Sesko, you got these guys around them. And I watched Kobe Manu today; almost had one of the best assists of the season.
That?
Diallo, I think the guy just made a great save on it, but that looked like the Kobe Manu of last season.
Yeah.
Like he's looked really good. And I know Casemiro's gonna this will be his swan song, but he's had a great end.
Scorer.
Yeah, he's scoring every single week. Like he is just finding a way to get goals there. And listen, it's a good way to go out. I think people will remember him a little bit better than he won a couple trophies there, even though they were cups. But like, listen, I think he caught a lot of heat. Carragher hit him with the leave the football before the football leaves you, and I think he's kind of shoved that back in his face a little bit. So
and then some.
It's not like he needed it. His career was awesome, but listen, he probably wants to play for Brazil in the World Cup, and this is probably getting him in that team. His performances this year,
100%.
Yeah, I think Kane would be good there.
They're nailed on for Champions League now.
Yeah. What
I guess I had a question for you guys because this came up. I saw this on the internet, but what do you think's a harder trophy to win, the Premier League or the Champions League?
Premier League.
Great question. I think if you said on average, which one is it? I'd say the Premier League. I'd say the Champions League could be very circumstantial based on who gets through and what run you get in, right? But the Premier League's 20 tough teams. Yeah. So like that's never changing. So, but there's some Champions Leagues where you're like, people piss it through. And then somewhere you kind of go, all right, Sam, this is like the matchups this year. They're pretty high level, right? No one's had an easy run. There's big teams that have been knocked out in very close games. But I would argue that winning the Premier League is probably the most coveted and difficult trophy to get in world football.
Do you think the players look at it like that?
I think so, yeah.
Like if you ask these players, hey, would you rather have a Prem? I bet you if you ask any Arsenal fan right now, they'd all want the Prem. But I bet you if you asked a couple of those Arsenal players, hey, what would you rather win, the Prem or Champions League? I bet you they'd say Champions League.
I think it depends on the nationality of the players as well.
Yes. Like Declan Rice is going to want to win the Prem.
Exactly. I think for English players and maybe people who are more connected, like they're going to say like it's more prestigious to win a title. Look at like Gerrard wanted the league title, never won one. Won Champions League. I'm not taking that away from him, but he would want the league title. I think like last year, Inter made it to the final, absolutely got trounced by PSG, and
they made it to two out of the last three finals.
Yeah,
but there's something to it being a cup competition as well, which is make it less. I don't know. I think the challenge is so difficult with the Premier League, and then you look at some Premier League seasons, and then City have won it by February. So then you think, well, is it? Because that's a transitionary period as well for a lot of teams. So I think it's season by season, but I would guesstimate that the Premier League. But then I do think Al made a great point there. It depends on where you're from. Like Bruno Fernandes, for example, Man United captain, has been for a while. He'd win a Premier League over any other trophy, that lad. Mm-hmm. He gets the English game. He's been in it for a long while. Players of that ilk, I think, want the Premier League. But if you said to me like a fucking, a Havertz or a Martinelli, I think they'd rather have a Champions League.
I think Havertz has already won both, right?
Yeah, Havertz has already won.
Yeah. I was thinking more like players that are fairly new to the league that haven't really got that legacy in the Prem. Martinelli's not going to go down as a Prem great, but he's probably going to get sold to a team that's going to be really competitive and at a decent level. So yeah, I think it depends on the player and where you're from. But great question. But
love it.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things. It was one of those things where it was like I think it was Jamie Carragher versus 12 fans, and like that was one of the questions. And obviously he said the Champions League. It's the only thing.
Did he?
Won, so yeah, he was defending it big time.
That's surprising.
His thing was
and
like
he's full of fucking shit.
His final thing that he said was, what was the year that Man United won the Busby Babes, like in that team or whatever?
Don't know.
It was, I don't know what year it was, but he goes, they won the Champions League. They go, who won the Prem that year? And like nobody knew the answer, so he's like, there you go. But that's like, it's like,
if you said to any
like the year that what's the name? Liverpool won the Champions League against AC Milan. Who won the Prem that year? Like
Chelsea.
Yeah,
I just guessed that. What year was it?
It was probably it was one of only a few teams, right?
Yeah. But no, Carragher's full of shit. His best mate and the lad who is the reason that Carragher won trophies would give his left testicle to have won the Premier League.
100%.
I think that's why he wants to get back so bad as a manager, because he's
got an itch
somehow. He's
not even shy about it. Like in interviews, he's like proper vulnerable. He's like, yeah, still think about it every night. Like he's haunted. Yeah, fuck it. And it's mean. Like even as an Everton fan, that was mean. That lad gave up 150% every time he put on the Liverpool jersey, and say what we want about his character and all that shit, but like, fuck me, he
would have won multiple at Chelsea too.
And is there anyone more deserving who didn't win it? I don't know. Yeah, like as an Everton fan, we've won the league so many times and won Europe. Yeah, we're blessed, and we're just not really feeling the Prem. But speaking of next week, who's the first game? It is Leeds Burnley.
I'm gonna go with Leeds. Burnley's had hearing some stuff about the manager too at Burnley.
Leeds at home. I'm going Leeds. Take
Leeds.
Ooh, this is spicy. Brentford, West Ham at Brentford.
After what I saw today, I'm going to take Brentford. Like I think they'll beat West Ham.
Brentford have had a lot of draws. I think
Brentford's going for Europe too.
Yeah, I'm going to say Brentford. They're just much better at football than West Ham. Wolves at home to Sunderland.
I think Wolves is kind of giving up, so I'm going to go Sunderland.
Yeah, a bit of a bounce back, right?
Although, I think after getting hosed 5-0, I think they're going to come out with a little bit of spice.
I know what Wiz is going to say on this next one, but I don't agree. Newcastle against Brighton at Newcastle at home.
I think we get off the schneid. Brighton hasn't been starting Danny Welbeck that much. If Welbeck's not in the lineup, I think we take it.
Okay.
Brighton.
I'm going Brighton as well. Arsenal at home to Fulham.
Arsenal.
Draw.
So you think that's where the slip is?
I just can see Silva, and then bit of a London derby-esque, and then just that being that be one of those games that falls under the radar against a very, very good Fulham team.
Do you think Marco Silva could be a fit at Newcastle?
Maybe with a gun to his head, but I'd stay at Fulham if I was him.
Yeah, what if a gun was to his head?
I know people. I think he'd be a good fit. I think the reports there, Howe's going to Chelsea and Amron, the Bournemouth lad's going to you. If you got the lad from Bournemouth, I think that'd be an absolute win.
Very happy.
My fear is, has he got the personality to cope in that cauldron of a city? I don't know. Speaking of him, Bournemouth Palace, Bournemouth at home.
Draw.
Yeah, I'm going to go Bournemouth on this one, actually.
Yeah, I'm going Bournemouth. This is spicy. Liverpool, Man United, Liverpool.
I like this
Man
one.
United. Yeah, this is going to be the best game of the weekend.
Ooh. I'm going to go Man United in this one.
Yeah, so am I.
Liverpool.
Based on what? Based on actual what?
Like who's the front three for Liverpool this week?
Don't let a last-minute win and a win to Crystal Palace cloud the judgment for what is a very average team. And Man United look fucking good.
No Salah, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Liverpool,
stick to his guns.
We're going to have Cody Gakpo who's just going to have 9 shots, none on target.
That was his strategic review, was smash and grab.
He's really giving us that. The Vegas. I can tell. Oh, man.
It's a make or miss league.
Well, no, like you both went Man United, and I wanted to go something a little different. So,
well, give us something, Yeah. Why? I'm joking. All right, let's go to the next one here. We've got Aston Villa at home against Spurs. Villa.
Yeah.
Villa's going to take care of.
I think Tottenham will build on their win. I think there's a bit of draw, and I think Villa will have a bit of a hangover from their semi.
Okay. All right. Chelsea at home against Forest. Whew. Talk about two teams going in opposite directions, right, boys?
Draw.
Yeah, I think this has got draw written all over it too.
Yeah, the supply teacher's been kicked out, and the rest of them is going to take over again.
They did not look good against Leeds, though, I'll tell you that much in that game.
But they like the lad, the little ginger fella. They all seem to like. They all like him. Like they played well from under the last regime. Huh?
Yeah, the one who looks like a PE teacher.
I got in an argument with some Chelsea fans about Enzo Fernandez, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, this guy's not worth. Like, he keeps on saying he's going to Real Madrid. I go, why would Real Madrid want this guy? And all these Chelsea fans are throwing all these stats. And of course, he scores in the FA Cup game too. And I'm just I just put this is what you do to the fans out there when you say some stuff online and you don't want to hear about it anymore. Just hit mute the conversation. You won't get any more alerts about it.
He's good, but he's not Real Madrid good.
No, he's not Chelsea good.
No, he's not. This one's spicy. No, it's not. They're gonna get dicked. Man City away to the Ev.
Man City, dicked.
Is Monday a holiday in the UK?
Why?
Because Chelsea's playing Forest at like 10 a.m. Am I wrong?
What? Who's playing who at 10 a.m.?
I'm looking at the matches for this week. Monday, May 4th, 10 a.m. Chelsea at Nottingham Forest at Chelsea. Why is that game at 10 a.m.?
Well, it's 10 a.m. in England. It's 10 a.m.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying that's an interesting.
3 p.m. England time.
That must be a holiday.
Must be right.
Or could it be because they're in Europa League? Or I don't know. I mean,
no, that'd never be.
May Day, isn't it?
Yeah. If only we had some English lads.
It is bank holiday. First Monday in May is always a bank
holiday. First May Day. It's May Day.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm taking Man City in that. You guys.
You know why it's called May Day?
Wait. You just brushed over some stuff. You just taking Man City straight off the bat?
Yeah.
Taylor?
Do you know why it's called May Day?
It's because it's in the month of May.
Yep.
Hey, listen.
We're so blessed to have your English input and your rationale behind your predictions. It just really adds value all the way through. What you think of Man City or Everton? Man City. Dicked.
I think Man City are going to beat Everton because they are much better, and I think Everton will lose.
Hey, I asked for more context, and context I got.
I don't think Everton have good.
They don't call them the best in the business for no reason.
No.
And I think they have bad defenders.
Cool. No worries. You've just ChatGPT'd that. You've just ChatGPT'd feedback.
We've hit the witching hour.
Yeah,
he's got the AI companion up. He's like, "What do I say?"
Yeah. Vegas is kicking in. Big
say
time.
They got dicked. My brain's probably hit its cap too. Not gonna be honest.
Your hair looks good, Wiz. Though.
I do need a haircut though. It's getting.
I got a fresh cut today because your boy's on a cruise, isn't he? Wednesday.
You going on a cruise?
Yeah.
Where? Where are you gonna watch the Everton Man City game?
On a boat.
Where's the boat taking you?
The boat is Orlando and then Bahamas.
Oh.
So where are you going to get?
Never done a cruise before.
Next week's pod.
Really?
Yeah, never done it. Have you got a black eye, Taylor?
Have I?
It's probably just the raccoon eyes from the lack of sleep.
That one. Your right eye looks like it's gone a little bit.
I noticed that a little bit. He was getting a little
Yeah, he's getting.
He's just got to. We've been going for a while.
I'm on Vegas time. It's almost 7:00 in Vegas.
But I'll have the Wi-Fi for the pod. Don't you worry about it. Paid extra for the Wi-Fi. No big deal. Just a standard guy.
You're gonna go from the balcony of the boat.
I've got a balcony with the room, so I'm gonna take it out there. Yeah.
Chloe making the trip, I assume.
Is my daughter going with me?
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, my daughter made the cut. Yeah,
there you
the
go.
dog
That's
no,
good to hear. Yeah,
baby though.
Whoa.
Yeah, wife no, just me and Chloe.
Yeah, just you.
yeah.
Listen, I need you to make sure you got the suntan lotion, sun cream out there. We can't have you come back like a lobster.
Crisping up. No, a bronze like a god. Don't worry about it.
Bronze god.
So
maybe a couple fake and bakes before you go.
It's in a day, so there's no time for that. But
well, I'm sure the travel will be fun.
Just like Man City on Monday, I will be cooked and refreshed to come back. Splashed out for the bar package. Wiz Deluxe, no big deal. Wi-Fi on board.
Watered down drinks.
Watered down drinks. Yeah.
Just what you stick to the beers, man. They can't water those down.
And some fake eggs. I'm excited.
Yeah. Some continental breakfast.
Yeah.
No, the food's usually pretty decent on cruises. That's always been my experience. Sometimes the sleeping at night on the boat's a little.
Is it?
Well, it's just a little, you could be a little rocky at some points. You never know.
You can get ice cream any time of the day.
You're 42.
I love how you can get ice cream any time of the day.
You want it at 10 a.m.?
I can too. I got a gelato
42.
paste right down the street. I can go at any point.
42 years of age.
How many cups of ice cream do you think you would have? Like just in
a day?
5-day cruise.
That's too much.
You're having multiple ice creams.
Me? I haven't got a sweet tooth to make me feel safe.
You're not going to have any ice cream?
I'm not an ice cream guy.
What is your treat?
Can you send me a picture of the ice cream?
My treat, booze.
All right, I think that's the end.
Right. the smoothest vodka on the planet to help save the planet, lads. I'll see you on the other side. Wish me luck. Hopefully, I don't sink. And congrats again, AT, for staying up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well deserved. Get some sleep.
All right,
look at Wiz. He's already asleep. Peace. Bye.
Laters.
Do anything.